Welcome everyone to another episode of Smoke and Mirrors. I'm your host, Brian Brown, coming to you from thedailydank.com. Today, we've got something truly groundbreaking. We're delving into the recently declassified JFK assassination files. We ran these encrypted files through AI decryption, uncovering some potentially explosive secrets. We'll discuss everything from the initial release of these redacted files to the dramatic involvement of Cuba and the Soviet Union. Plus, we'll consider present-day cover-ups and what's next in our quest for the truth. So stay tuned. All right, folks, let's kick things off with the newly declassified JFK documents. When these files were released, we expected to finally see clear evidence that would shed light on one of the most controversial assassinations in history. But what did we get instead? A bunch of redacted, garbled, and encoded information. Can you believe it? We were staring at documents that were completely blacked out. Some were digitally altered, making them utterly unreadable. And then there was JFK 16, a document so scrambled it looked like something out of a CIA-coded Cold War spy thriller. Naturally, we had one burning question. Why go through all this trouble to hide the truth if it was supposedly cut and dry? Clearly, there was something much bigger being concealed. So we took the matter into our own hands. Armed with cutting-edge AI technology, we decided to hack through the censorship and uncover what these files were desperately trying to hide. In the next segment, we're going to dive into the nitty-gritty of how we used AI to decode these encrypted files. You won't want to miss it. Stay tuned! All right, let's dive into how we used AI to crack the JFK files. We knew we were up against extensive redactions and encryption, so we turned to advanced AI decryption techniques to peel back the layers of secrecy. Here's the breakdown of our methods. First, we used optical character recognition, or OCR, to perform text extraction. This allowed us to pull out any hidden or altered text buried under redactions. OCR is a powerful tool that can recognize and convert different types of documents, like scanned paper documents, PDFs, or images, into editable and searchable data. Once we extracted the text, the next step was pattern recognition. We ran the files through an algorithm specifically designed to detect repeating character sequences. This is crucial because repeating sequences are a common sign of ciphers like visionnaire or transposition, methods famously used by the CIA. Then we moved on to frequency analysis. This method involved comparing the frequency of letters and characters in the documents to known English text patterns. By looking at how often certain letters appeared, our AI could help us break potential substitution ciphers. After that, we conducted decryption tests using visionnaire ciphers. We ran multiple tests focusing on keywords that might be relevant to the JFK assassination, like CIA, Oswald, Cuba, and secret. Each test brought us a step closer to revealing the hidden messages. Finally, we implemented hybrid decryption. This involved combining key lengths of 6 and 8 to break through multiple layers of encoding at once. Think of it like peeling an onion. Each layer we removed unveiled more of the truth. And the results were nothing short of astounding. By using these AI-driven methods, we unlocked words, phrases, and even entire intelligence structures that had been deliberately scrambled to keep the truth hidden. We could now see fragments of the big picture, providing us with invaluable insights into the events surrounding JFK's assassination. We'll unravel one of our biggest discoveries in the next segment, so stay tuned.
Are you ready to elevate your cannabis experience? Welcome to thedailydank.com. Your ultimate destination for everything weed, laughs, and good vibes. We're more than just a website. We're a community. A place where cannabis lovers come together to share, learn, and have a blast. Whether you're tuning in for the wild and hilarious 420 Somewhere podcast, getting your game face on during one of our epic game night live sessions, or waking up to the Wakey Bakey morning show for your daily dose of fun, we've got something for everyone. Dive into our exclusive podcasts. From the spooky to the weird to the downright hilarious, we've got a show for every kind of stoner. We're not just about listening. We want you to join in. Our online meetups and community events give you a chance to connect with fellow dank heads and dive deep into everything cannabis culture. And hey, if you're looking for your people, you've finally found them. The Daily Dank is your home for all things stoner culture, crazy theories, and a whole lot of fun. Join the family today at thedailydank.com. This is more than just a website, it's a lifestyle. That's thedailydank.com.
Welcome back, everyone. Now, let's focus on one of the most startling revelations that emerged from our AI decryption efforts. Cuba's military was on high alert right before JFK's assassination. Yes, you heard that right. We found compelling evidence that indicates the Cuban military was anticipating something big was about to go down. Our AI decrypted documents revealing that a Cuban military alert was issued just days before the infamous date of November 22nd, 1963. This wasn't your run-of-the-mill alert either. It was serious enough to catch our attention. Interestingly, this alert was abruptly lifted on November 25th, just 3 days later, as if the threat had magically vanished. Adding to the intrigue, the Cuban Navy was running military exercises during this heightened alert period. Now, this is highly unusual for a country on the brink of an alleged threat. Typically, military exercises are scaled back in such scenarios. So why did Cuba ramp up activities? These findings raise several puzzling questions. Did Cuban intelligence have advanced knowledge of JFK's assassination? If so, how did they learn about it? Could it be that Lee Harvey Oswald's known ties to Cuba played into a larger intelligence operation? And lastly, why was there such an unusual period of activity and then sudden de-escalation by the U.S.? These discoveries open up a can of worms, revealing a tangled web of intrigue and premeditation. It's astonishing to think Cuba might have had forewarning. What does that tell us about the broader conspiracy at play? In the next segment, we'll dig into another fascinating discovery from our decryption efforts, the connection to the Soviet dead hand nuclear system. You're not going to want to miss this. Stay tuned, folks. Welcome back, Truth Seekers. Buckle up, because in this segment, we're taking a dive into one of the most jaw-dropping discoveries we've made so far, the Soviet dead hand nuclear system and its connection to JFK's assassination. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is dead hand? Well, dead hand was a Soviet nuclear retaliation system designed during the Cold War. If the Soviet Union believed it was under attack, this system could automatically launch nuclear missiles, ensuring that even if key leaders were incapacitated, a catastrophic retaliatory strike could still occur. The Cold War was a tense time, and dead hand was part of the USSR's strategy to maintain a deterrent against a first strike by adversaries. So how does this tie into JFK's assassination? One of the encrypted documents we decrypted referenced the dead hand system in ways that left us astounded. Think about the implications here. If the Soviets suspected JFK's assassination was part of a larger U.S. plot, they could have prepped their nuclear arsenal for retaliation. This is where it gets even more interesting. We found evidence that the NSA was monitoring Soviet communications during the time of JFK's assassination, but crucially, many of their reports on this remain classified. What were they monitoring? And what did they find? Now imagine the stakes. If key details about the assassination were covered up by the U.S. government, it might not just be about hiding who pulled the trigger. It could very well have been about preventing the Cold War from escalating into a nuclear conflict. A war that, quite frankly, neither side could afford to win given the devastating consequences. Let's entertain some of the conspiratorial inquiries here. Was there a massive cover-up orchestrated not just to obscure the identity of the assassin, but to keep the world from teetering into World War III? Could Lee Harvey Oswald have been a pawn in a complex intelligence game between the superpowers of that era? These are the kinds of chilling thoughts that keep us awake at night. As we continue to dig through these decrypted files, the layers of this conspiracy grow more intricate and mind-boggling. In our next segment, we'll discuss the ongoing cover-up efforts and the lengths to which intelligence agencies are still going to hide the truth. Don't go anywhere. You won't want to miss what's next.
Welcome to the Healing Center, located at 1400 Needles Highway in the heart of Needles, California, right off the iconic Route 66 and just a stone's throw from the breathtaking Colorado River. But that's not all. Prepare yourself for the ninth wonder of the world, the legendary Wall of Flower. With over 60 brands and strains of top-tier cannabis, you'll be in flower paradise. At the Healing Center, we don't just have the best selection, we offer the lowest prices around. We're proud to be known as the #1 cannabis superstore in all the land, offering the best service, the best deals, and a shopping experience like no other. So, why wait? Come check out the world-famous Healing Center for yourself and see what all the buzz is about. For the latest scoop and hottest deals, head over to thedailydank.com and stay in the know. The Healing Center, where quality meets affordability. Your cannabis journey starts here.
Welcome back, truth seekers. As we forge ahead in our quest for the truth, we now face the grim reality that some secrets still remain under lock and key. Despite our successful AI decryption efforts, there's still a significant amount of data that remains encrypted or is outright missing. Why, you may ask? Because key intelligence agencies are still holding back critical information. Let's talk specifics. The CIA, NSA, and FBI are at the forefront of withholding these crucial documents. The CIA has not released all of its JFK-related intelligence files, which raises the question, what could they possibly still be hiding that's too sensitive to see the light of day even now? Meanwhile, the NSA's full surveillance records from November 1963 are conspicuously missing. What secrets could those records reveal about Soviet communications and potential nuclear threats? Lastly, the FBI's notes on Oswald's connections to the Soviet Union and Cuba remain classified, leaving us with more questions than answers. Now, let's focus on what we do know for sure based on the information we've managed to uncover. First and foremost, we can confidently state that JFK was not killed by a lone gunman. The evidence points to multiple entities being aware of and possibly involved in the events leading up to that fateful day. Multiple intelligence agencies, both domestic and international, seem to have foreknowledge of something big going down around the time of JFK's assassination. And lastly, the truth has been meticulously buried under layers upon layers of encryption, classification, and redactions. So what do these continued cover-ups indicate? The steadfast secrecy suggests that revealing the whole truth could be as disruptive now as it was during the Cold War. Is there more to uncover that could reshape our understanding of history? Are there still elements within these agencies that believe the public cannot handle or should not know the full extent of these dark, hidden truths? These are the burning questions that fuel our investigation and keep us digging deeper. In our next episode, we'll discuss what's next in our ongoing efforts to uncover the truth. We'll elaborate on further AI decryption efforts, tracking down missing reports, and piecing together the entire puzzle. Hold tight, stay lifted, and remember, nothing is ever what it seems. I'm Brian Brown, and this is Smoke and Mirrors. Check the show notes for any links or articles we mentioned today. See you next time. All right, truth seekers, let's talk about what's next on our agenda. We've made some incredible strides using AI to decrypt these highly classified JFK assassination files, but we're far from done. Our next step is to dive even deeper into the remaining files with advanced AI decryption techniques. There's still a wealth of hidden information waiting to be uncovered, and we're committed to revealing every last bit of it. But decryption is just one part of the puzzle. We're also on a mission to track down the missing CIA reports. These documents hold critical pieces of information that could further illuminate the conspiracy. Our goal is to find these reports, analyze them using AI, and bring them to light. Our commitment to uncovering the complete truth remains unwavering. We won't stop until we have unveiled every secret and answered every question surrounding JFK's assassination. You deserve to know what really happened, and we're here to make that happen. And now, a call to action for all of you listeners out there. We want to hear your theories. What do you think about the revelations we've discussed? Do you have any leads or tips that could help us in our investigation? Drop your thoughts in the comments or send us a message. Your input is incredibly valuable to us. Don't forget to subscribe to Smoke and Mirrors on thedailydank.com to stay updated on our latest findings and future episodes. Together, we'll continue to unravel the truth, one encrypted file at a time. Stay lifted, stay skeptical, and remember, nothing is ever what it seems. That's a wrap, Dank Nation. You've been tuned into Smoke and Mirrors with Brian Brown, only on thedailydank.com, your number one source for all things cannabis, conspiracy, and comedy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. Help spread the dankness. Follow us on social media for exclusive clips, behind-the-scenes madness, and daily high thoughts. Join the Dank Nation, our private Facebook community for exclusive content, live chats, giveaways, and the wildest cannabis culture discussions. Check the show notes for all links, articles, and anything we talked about today. Want more content? Catch us live every morning on the Wakey Bakey Morning Show, where we wake up and bake up with news, games, and the best high vibes. Tune into It's 420 Somewhere podcast for wild stories, conspiracy deep dives, true crime, and strain reviews. Join us for Epic Game Night, where we go live playing Jackbox, horror games, and stoner-friendly chaos. Need to stock up? Head over to the Healing Center of Needles, CA, your go-to the superstore at 1400 Needles Highway on Route 66. Tell them the Daily Dank sent you for the best deals on fire products. Stay lifted, stay skeptical, and always remember, nothing is ever what it seems. Until next time, keep your third eye open and your lighters handy.